Hello, good evening and welcome. Paul here. It is 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night, and as I'm sure you know by now, I use happiness, hypnosis and hijinks to help people overcome those hurdles and molehills that become in mountains that appear from time to time in our lives. How are you doing? And tonight I want to talk about something that you may well have forgotten. Are you awake? Do you know you're awake? Sunday was the 20th anniversary of the release of one of my favourite movies, The Matrix, you know, with Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss and Hugo Weaving, I believe. Now, just to refresh your memory, it's set in this kind of the usual dystopian future, but this time the twist is that all of the humans that you see throughout the movie in sort of real life aren't actually living real life. They're living in this kind of massive simulation called the Matrix that's been designed by AI, as they call it, artificial intelligence, to keep us alive because they use it as an electrical source of power. And the main thing about the story is trying to get people to wake up and come out of the real Matrix. Now, I'm not talking about that. Neither am I talking about the fact that scientists are trying to prove that we actually do live in a matrix created thousands of years ago from some, advanced civilization. We're wandering around space in some little sort of bubble living this life we lead. And I'm not talking about that either. What I'm talking about is the fact that we live in, or a lot of us live in our own self-made, self-created matrices. I've forgotten the word now. Simulations, our own simulations. Let me give you an example. Wherever you are now, did you just walk in the house, drop your keys down, take your coat off and pick up a glass of wine? And sat down and, got on with what you had to do, but sitting there sipping your glass of wine or can of beer, whatever it is. Did you do that consciously? Did you say to yourself, right, I'm going to walk into the house now, I'm opening the door, taking my coat off, putting the keys down, kicking my shoes off, I'm walking into the kitchen and I'm going to have a glass of wine? Or was it just on auto mode? Do you know how you got home from work tonight? Seriously, if you drove from work to home, my sound is not clear. It should be, usually is. You want to maybe just check your volume, Ahmed. Turn it up. Okay, so where was I? So did you know how you got home tonight? You leave the office, go into the car park, jump in a car, and then suddenly you're getting out of the car and into your house. We live our lives in auto mode. Do you know what you're doing for the rest of the evening? Are you just going to sit there until your body goes, oh, we're tired now, get up, strip off, get into bed, and tomorrow start the whole journey again? Are you living in a place that you actually chose consciously? Thanks, Cheryl. How are you doing? Are you living where you are now? Did you choose consciously to live the life you're leading right now, right this second? What do I mean? Well, okay, the job you're in, did you actually, when you were growing up thinking, right, okay, I want to go and work for J.P. Smith as an accountant, or I want to be a counsellor working for myself doing X, Y or Z. Did you make that choice consciously or did you just fall into it? The person you're with now, although you might love that person dearly, or be really, really close to them, did you actually consciously set out to meet that person? Do they fit the model that you created in your head about the person you want to spend your time with? Are you living in a town that you chose consciously to live in? Or did you just happen, because of a series of circumstances, fall into the town you're living in? All of this to say is, are you awake? Are you living your life consciously, making conscious decisions about every single step that you take in your life? Because most of us don't. I mean, most of us have these knee-jerk reactions to everything. And we're doing everything in automatic mode. We go to the same place, the same time, we wear the same clothes, We do the same things with the same people day after day after day, month after month, year after year. And I just find it fascinating that we think we are living these lives that are free and independent and real, to use for want of a better phrase. But if you take a really close look at things, yeah, we're probably not. I would guess there are very, very few people on this planet right now that can say, I live my life consciously every minute of every day. I'm sure that most of us don't. Most of us are on automatic pilot for the simple reason it's easier. Excuse me. It's actually easier to go through life on automatic pilot without, making the decisions. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying there, Cheryl. Yeah. Do we actually check in with ourselves? Do we actually check and say, okay, yeah, today, I'm actually feeling really good today because I've been to the gym, or I've eaten really well, I've had a really cool conversation, and now what I want to do is X, Y, or Z. Or do we just let things happen sort of in auto mode again? Just like, you can set up your camera to shoot pictures automatically. There's no thought involved. All you've got to do is just point it at something and it will take 100, 200. Well, in fact, you can set it up in certain circumstances. It will just keep shooting pictures until it runs out of space on the card. Or do you have everything in manual mode? Say, okay, right, today I'm going to go out and take some landscape photographs of a hill and a tree. And I want the sun over here, and I want the tree over here, and I want the landscape about here, and I want the sky to be this kind of situation, yeah? Most of us, I'm guessing, are like the camera set to automatic. We just take the shots, shot after shot after shot after shot after shot. And occasionally we wake up and go, oh yeah, this is nice. And then we go back into auto mode again, and we just repeat it ad infinitum. So what I'm asking you to do is to start thinking about living consciously. Now, it's very difficult for us to do that 24/7, but try it just for a few minutes. Just try for a few minutes to actually live consciously, make your decisions consciously. If you're going to go out and take the dog for a walk, take the dog for a walk consciously. Say, right, okay, I'm now going to grab the dog, I'm going to go outside, and we're going to go left, right, left, down to the end of the street, across the field and back round again. And I'm going to pay really close attention to how the dog feels on the lead. And I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then after an hour, we'll turn around and come back again. Life gets much more interesting, becomes much more alive if you do things consciously, being awake. That's the whole point of my conversation tonight, is try and spend more time awake than being asleep, being in this, this lifestyle simulation that you've created around yourself. It's time to, to use a cliche from the movie I've been talking about, it's time to take the blue pill or the red pill, your choice really. Let's say, for example, I wrote about this earlier on. Hi Kelly, how you doing? You want to do something, you want to go on vacation. I reckon more people spend more time choosing where to go on vacation and when and for how long than pretty much anything else in their lives. A long time ago, I used to be an estate agent for a couple of years. So I would, help people sell properties, help people find properties. And the amount of time a person would come to me, sitting opposite me on my desk and go, okay, Paul, I want a 3-bedroom detached with a garage and a bit of a garden. I want it in this location. I never, ever, ever sold a property to a person who gave me the description on the first day. It was usually completely the opposite. I remember one person came to see me, they're a married couple up from, where they'd come from? Oh, they'd come from up north down to London, that was it. And they wanted a 4-bedroom detached with a massive garden and this and that and the other. And in the end, they bought a 2-bedroom townhouse because they decided to save some of the money and put the rest of it into an apartment, where was it? Down in Brighton or somewhere, I can't remember, that was a long time ago. So they had no clue as to what they were looking for. It was, the typical thing of go around, get into a house and get a feeling. It felt nice, it felt right. And then that was it. And that particular couple I'm thinking about probably spent less than an hour in a home that they paid a fortune for, and as far as I know, they're still there. So again, they actually bought that house in, you know, automatic mode. They didn't kind of sit down and really look at what they actually wanted, because the picture they gave me at the start no way resembled what they ended up with. So this is what I'm talking about. Make conscious decisions, live your life consciously. That's it. That's all I want to talk about today. So just remembering the 20th anniversary of The Matrix that came out on March the 31st, 1999. Geez, what were you doing 20 years ago? I know what I was doing. That's my thing for tonight. Thank you for watching. Hope you found it interesting. If you'd like to have a chat with me, drop me a PM or put a line in the comments. And as always, please do your best to share this around, because you might be helping someone who needs to hear this tonight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Thanks. Bye.